So thanks so much for showing up today. Today we are going to be talking about how to apply for awards. Some of you may have seen that it is award season. How do you know that? Well, because I keep posting links to awards in the VIP group. Some of them are paid and some of them are free opportunities. So there currently is one that is for business coaches and hypnotherapists and NLP coaches. So really, really important to have a look at that one. Then there's an Osmompreneur as well. An Osmompreneur one as well, which is, I must say, that one has become quite paid compared to when I did it a couple of years back. And then there's the Stevie Awards, which is an international award. So that actually gives you the status of international award winner. And there are a couple of free ones at the moment. So I think that there's a COVID response free one. So I'll give you a little bit of example of the angle I would take with that using Jonathan. If Jonathan helps teens with autism transition into the workspace, and if that was something that that he's created over COVID or could swing the angle of, you literally can go in as an international award winner and pitch that that's what you created because you saw how autistic people were struggling during COVID, being able to transition into the workspace. So it's all about finding that angle and finding that connection and finding a way. And then you could have the title of Jonathan, international award winner, COVID response for autistic going into the workplace. So have a look in the VIP group. I will share others that I kind of find along the way. And I will let you know right now, I nominate myself for probably every award. In the beginning, I was too shy. I got someone else. I'd call someone like, hey, Jody, can you nominate me for this? I don't do it anymore. I just go and nominate myself. And I go in and I just nominate myself. No one knows. No one thinks you're a dick. You literally can just go nominate yourself. Okay. It's a done thing. So, there are 3 there right now that you can go and have a look at. They do take time, but they are worth the time and the energy and the effort that you put into it, but you should have a strategy. So I'm going to share that with you today. So my first award that I ever wanted to win literally was ego-based. All right. Just gotten divorced. And my ex-husband told me all the time how I wasn't a business owner. I could, never be a business owner. I was just ridiculous. Who would ever take anything from, listen to me? So I was kind of like, yeah, I'll show you. I wanted to get an award. So completely ego-based. But I also wanted to have that award winner. Everyone's got like a little emblem and award winner. I kind of wanted that on there as well. And I did also want to prove to myself that I could do it. I thought if I'm going to own a business, I really want to own my business. And I think that was really important for me, besides the credibility and everything else it gives. So I went and spent $1,500. And I thought, if I go to a PR company, a public relations company, and I must say they did a good job. They applied for the award. They did absolutely everything. I did nothing. It was a Women in Business Award for, I think it was startups in the marketing category. And I was not nominated. I was not a finalist. I was nothing. And it cost me $1,500. I went, whoa, because I kind of thought it was a done deal. I took my daughters shopping. We went and bought a way too expensive dress. It was about $300. I said, look, we're manifesting that I'm going to win. We're going to act like it's happening. I'm so excited. This is going to really be good because I paid all this money. And then I got like thumbs down, like nothing, right? And I just went, whoa, like, honestly, I think I cried. I think I threw a tantrum. But more importantly, I was like, now what do I do? What do I say to my daughters? Like I'm not going to wear that dress now. I didn't win. So now what? So I cried, had a tantrum. And then I went, okay, I actually have to show them. What should they do? Well, they should get up and keep trying. And I went, I cannot afford $1,500 to pay the PR company to go do this again. So I'm going to try and look at what they did. And I've got nothing to lose. In fact, I've got everything to gain because instead of spending $1,500, I'm just going to spend a couple of hours. I'm going to do it myself. And that's what I did. So I went and I found another award and I entered it. and I was nominated top 100 coolest companies in Australia. I flew down to Melbourne. Sandy and I went down for the weekend. His family was staying down there at the time, and we hadn't seen them in a long time. We spent a whole weekend partying. It was the best night ever, getting up on stage, being nominated top 100, networking with other people, and just feeling really cool and important. And it's a cool title. I mean, let's be honest. So yeah, had a really, really, really good evening, and it probably cost me $1,500 after I flew us all down there for the weekend. But it was really, really awesome experience. But more importantly, it taught me I could do it myself. Especially because you want to win a few awards. You want to have a couple of titles that you can use in your business to give you that credibility. And in fact, possibly, I would say even me applying to be a Queensland government grant provider, them seeing that I'd won these awards is probably compelled them to allow me to be a grant approved provider. Okay. It also has allowed me to charge more in my business because it's given me that credibility. But I can tell you right now that there are a couple of things here that really did teach me. One is it showed me the things that I should be prioritizing in my business, which I hadn't. So the questions and the process that they took me through challenged me on some areas of my business that I honestly had not prioritized or thought about. It made me look at the unconsidered things that I seriously, I had not considered them at all or didn't deem them important. It made me more confident in my business model because I looked at what other industry experts were doing or what the standard was and where I was sitting and realized what I needed to do. So it made me relook at my business model. It made me more certain in my deliverables. So when they ask you to effectively communicate the deliverables or the outcomes of what you achieve, it really helped me effectively communicate those deliverables. It made me be a more capable business owner, and it made me look at how I could do things better. So if anything, honestly, I actually value those learnings more than I value the awards that I actually won since then. And I've won over 20 awards now, both national and international. Many of them free, many of them paid. So I found tuned the method now because whenever I see an award, I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't have 10 hours to do this. Because initially when I first started seriously, it'll take you 10 hours. And if you're doing a Telstra Business Award, unless it's on your bucket list, a Telstra Business Award will take you about 30 hours to do. It is one of the most complicated ones to do ever. And then you only get become a finalist, and then you have to go through another process, which is like even more hours. It is the hardest process ever. And I'm happy to say that I did actually get to finalist in the Telstra Energized and Emerging businesses. So that was a process I did do. I thought I could go away on holiday and just do it. And even being on holiday, I couldn't map it out. It was that it took that much time to do. But here are some of the easy ways to do it. So firstly, where do you find those awards? We'll search on Google. And if you can find industry-related awards, that would be good, right? So if Daryl is looking for innovation in products or in solutions in the sort of camping industry, or you want to find industry-related specific ones that you can get, because those titles are really, really going to help you. So literally go and search for them on Google. Secondly, look in the VIP group, because the ones that I get, I'll share with you as well. But I'm sure there's many out there that we don't know about. So you want to find ones that have got a title that are going to give you the credibility that you want. Okay. So when we first starting this process, first focus on your why. Was it ego like me initially in the beginning? But why do you want to enter those awards? Did you know that businesses who regularly enter awards report increased sales and income against business owners who don't do awards? Can you freaking believe that? So again, it may just be the showing up. It may just be the commitment. It may just be the process of all those learnings that you get from doing the awards.
But it also builds, sorry to interrupt,
yeah,
is building credibility.
Yep.
Like if you got on to be a finalist of something, that builds credibility, regardless of whatever the award.
It sets you up as the expert, so people want to work with you and choose you over everyone else. So as I said, I was able to charge more after that, which is awesome. So here's some of the whys. Recognition of your achievements boosts your personal morale. It instills trustworthiness in the marketplace. It increases your online visibility. It increases your credibility in the industry. It strengthens your brand in the marketplace. It reviews your business model against the industry standard. You become a more professional business owner who understands their business better. It helps you find the gaps and fill them, and you're able to charge more, as I said. So research data notes that award-winning companies generate 37% more sales than those who didn't win. So should you care that you didn't win? No, just keep trying. I don't win them all. Just keep trying, just give it a go. And again, I'm going to show you some really easy ways now that we've kind of got it. We've got it templated now so that literally I can get my VA to go and do it. And I just have to go in and make sure that they've done it well enough. So how do you enter awards? Well, firstly, you want to find the right award for you, whether or not it's paid or free. And your entry should speak specifically to that award and have a winning angle. So although I have templated, and I'll show you how I manage my award entries now, although I've templated it, it has to speak specifically to the person who's running that award and what they are also wanting to achieve from that award. You can't just go in and do a cookie cutter across all awards. Number 2 is create an awards folder. This is super important. If I'd done this in my first 3 or 4 awards, it would have saved me so much time. I have an awards folder and I save all the questions and answers in that folder. So when another award comes up and goes, hey, can you tell me your story? I can copy paste that award answer into there, review the word count, make sure that it speaks or connects specifically to the organizer and the industry of that award. It is such a time saver. If they ask me for testimonials or proof, it is in that awards folder. If they ask me to do a video talking about my story, it'll be in that awards folder and I can use it again if you don't mention their name, which is another trick. So save all your additional resources in that folder. So many of them will ask you if you've actually won other awards. So in that awards folder, you want to have all the awards that you've won, the year, the title, and you want to save the icon as well so that you can upload that icon onto your website or upload the icon, at the bottom of your signature, like your email signatures. They will ask for social proof. So you want to have a whole folder of social proof from tradies you've worked with, social proof from coaches you've worked with, social proof of NDIS companies that you've worked with. They will ask you for other credibility that you may have. So if you've been on TV or on radio, so you want to have that credibility all lined up. Other summits that you've spoken at, magazines, blogs that you've contributed to. Have all of this in your awards folder ready to go. Number 3 is, no, that was number 3. Number 4 is read between the lines. Do you remember in school when you had an essay to write in English and they would write like one thing and they'd say, I don't know, talk about a train going from here to there. And it would be either a 100-word count or a 1,000-word count. Read between the lines of why they've asked you that question. Look at the title of the award, read between the lines, look at the word count, and then make sure that you include all the relevant details or angle. So number 5 is give them all the support materials they require. Now, this is a pain in the ass when you do it the first time. You literally have got to go and find, like Jane, Mrs. Red, completely forgot about the time that, you know, Pacific Fair. She did a corporate event for Pacific Fair. That should be everywhere, you know, the time that she went and did this at Pacific Fair. So you want to make sure that all that support material is there because it gives you credibility, because they're going to ask you to prove your claims, and they're also going to ask you to show quantitative results. So they will often ask you for insights, for quantities, for reporting to prove what it is that you've said is true. I'll give you an example for the International Stevie Award. They asked about the YouTube channel, about my YouTube channel. I think I've got 181 subscribers. And I spoke about, you know, I've organically grown this channel to 181 subscribers. I had one judge who said, that's absolutely amazing. You know, you've been able to do that organically without paid advertising. I had another judge who said, what a load of crock, you haven't even cracked 1,000. So it just shows you that you're going to have to give them quantitative results. But one of my other points is that Stevie Awards is one of the only ones that really gives you reporting. So don't worry about it too much. But sometimes you're going to get a yes and sometimes you're going to get a no, and it does depend on the judge, and that's okay. And you're not going to know. So don't take it to heart. He might have been a YouTube influencer, so he might not have seen the value of 181 subscribers on YouTube without paying for ads. The number 6 is communicate as if you were writing to a stranger, because you are. Make your message memorable. So think about all your key messages and stay on topic. So don't waffle or duplicate your content. Like, don't repeat the same thing again and again. Include your point of differences and your key messages and any other additional traits. I once was nominated based on the fact that I used to have a networking group. So in a woman's, it was a women's award. And the reason I was a finalist there was because one of the judges loved the fact that I had a networking group, and on the Gold Coast, we would net walk. So we would meet and we would go for walks on a Wednesday morning down at the beach, and whoever pitched up, we would just walk and talk about our work and what we did. It was a networking, and she loved it. So she was obviously into fitness, loved the fact that women did that. And all she wanted me to do was talk more about that. Number 7, and this is probably one of the most important, your story. So your story has to have a beginning, a middle, and an end. It has to show your challenges. It has to show your obstacles. It has to show your learnings, and it has to share your successes. My daughter often says that she will never, ever be on Ninja Warrior or on The Voice because she said, Mom, I do not have a dramatic story. Because think about it. Every time on TV, those who make it always have a dramatic story. I know a Ninja Warrior who was turned down twice, and only on the 3rd time did they make it through. And it was only because on the 3rd time, he shared the story about how he was in a motorbike accident, lost the use of his leg, and is now is Ninja Warrior, whereas previously he had not shared that story. So you have got to find, you've got to look for growth moments in your life. Look for those growth moments. We've all had them, and some of them we've had some. And find that growth story that you can share that's going to help connect and get them to choose you over everyone else. So number 8 is it's okay if you get a no. It's okay if you just get nominated. You can still leverage the crap out of nominated top 10 this or top 20 that or top 100 that. You're still nominated. I was nominated top 100 coolest companies in Australia. I was just nominated top 100. I didn't win it, but it's still a great title.
Like last year, Chantel, I was nominated for 5 awards, never won any of them, but we still have that recognition on our email signatures and all of that sort of stuff. So
100%. And you're not everyone's cup of tea. So you may just not be right for that organization. They may be looking for something else. Osmompreneur, I was nominated for 3 awards. I just come back from South Africa. We'd literally been here a weekend. So I was I had what's it called? Travel sickness. I was really, really struggling. I was nominated. I then had to go down to Melbourne for 3 days, another additional expense. Got there, we had to wait, we had to go through the interview process, we had to sit in a 3-day conference at this event. And after doing that, I realized that all the people who won were actually paid members of the Ozmompreneur coaching program. So part of their marketing funnel is to get in front of more people by holding an award. They do it for their members, but they do it to get in high quality coaching clients to see the offer that they have. So now I'm constantly getting emails from them to say, hey, listen, we're a coaching group. This is what we do. Is that bad? No, it's not bad. It's a great funnel. It's great. I just wish I'd known that funnel in the beginning, although it was quite fun going down to Melbourne for 3 days. But yeah, it was a particularly tiresome 3 days. So as I said, in the Stevie Awards, one of the things that they do is they actually give you feedback. So there's about 10 judges, and out of the 10 judges, I got probably 7 fabulous thing going. I love your work. I love what you do. I think you're amazing. And I got 3. I don't see how this is important. I don't see how this is valuable. I don't see what you do is great. And that's okay. Like, I was shocked when I got it. And then I had to go, it's okay. So number 9 is, and that's just having that dickhead bubble, right? Number 9 is allocate time. Awards take time. They cost money. They take time. Free awards take time, which is money. It is a process. Take note of the deadline. Then take note of the award night. So you've got to book the award night and the deadline into your diary. The award night costs money. I think the award night that I went to I think it was Small Business Champion in Sydney. I had to fly down to Sydney for 3 nights. It was accommodation. I stayed in Bondi. It was fabulous. Had a great time, but it cost money. And then I had to go to the awards. And I think the award night was about $190. And then I had to buy a dress to go to the awards as well. So the award night is an additional cost. It's a great night out. It's a great opportunity to network. You can use those pictures for social proof and to leverage more credibility, whether or not you win or don't win. But I just want you to put that into your diary and add that to your budget. Number 10 is proofread, proofread, proofread. So I would generally answer 1 or 2 questions in a day, and look at the word count. Again, go back to, I think it was number 4, where it's read between the lines and make sure you write to the word count. But go back and proofread when you are clear. So for me, it's 3:30 in the morning. I'll wake up and I'll go proofread it because I'm fresh, I'm undistracted, and I'll go read it. And I'll go, who is this award for? What's in it for them? What's in it for me? What is my angle? And proofread, 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 and go, if I was a stranger, does this sound like something spectacular? And you literally have to like talk yourself up like there's no tomorrow. So proofread, proofread, proofread before you push submit. And number 11, it's okay for you to include your personality as long as it remains professional and relevant. So I generally leave out emojis. I might add 1 lol in brackets because I often use a lol and that's part of me. I may sometimes use WTF, OMG, but if they were going to go stalk me, they would see that. But that is a risk and a chance I take. But I'll let you know that in Ozmompreneur, the lady that interviewed me said it was delightful reading my application because they had 100 applications to read. And when they read mine, I had personality. And that's why I actually made it to a finalist, because they actually wanted to sit in front of me and have a conversation with me and see me, because they are reading it and it's boring. So don't be afraid to add just a bit of personality in there, as long as it's still professional and as long as it's still relevant. So I'm going to take you now to show you my back end. It's back end time. All right. So if we go into the back end, I'll show you that I have an awards folder, and in my awards folder, I will write on everyone the question that they ask. So highlight the initiatives you have developed as the leader in your business, detailing the success of these initiatives. So reading behind the lines, highlight the initiatives. So I go, right, I need to show initiation. Developed as a leader, okay? How have I developed as a leader in my business? That's a second whole section that I need to talk on, detailing the successes of those initiatives. So they now want the details of each of the successes. Did you see how I read between the lines? There are four major things: initiatives, development, leadership, successes. Those are four major things that they are asking for in here. And the next time someone asks me, hey, how can you show me some of this? I can literally copy paste this and amend it. So I don't have to completely rewrite it. I just have to amend it so it's now relevant to the next award. When I do the award, I often just copy paste it in. So I'll just copy paste. So they must have asked for some testimonials. I've added them in. They've asked for the story. I'll only ever show testimonials that are relevant to what that's about. They've asked for achievements to date. So I will go in and I'll show the achievements to date, and I will add graphics as well, because it's really important that you show proof of it. So you're not just saying it. So there's a couple you can see over there that I've added. So now that they are all on one document, it is super cool because I can go into the document next time for the next award and simply just copy it out of here. Here are some of the feedback that I got. Here's some of the positive feedback that I got from the International Stevie Awards. The positive ones, obviously I didn't put the negative ones in there. So the Osmompreneur, when you sign up and you do theirs, there is an expense to it. As I said, it has actually gotten quite costly, but consider whether or not it's worth it. They will actually give you a press release as well, because as part of your awards that you've got to do, you need to have a press release that you could send out to the media to show that you've been nominated for this award or won this award, because that you can send out to journalists. So this is a template, and I keep these templates because then I can use them for other press releases. But you also have to have an acceptance speech as well. This is an example just of here. They've asked for my startup experience as a small business. So there's that one there. What is a major obstacle your business overcame, and how did your leadership ensure a favorable outcome? So major obstacle, overcome, leadership, favorable outcome. I look at the keywords in there and I write content in each of those keywords. That's my Google My Business in my back expiring on me. So you do need to have an acceptance speech ready for on the day. And I often have them on notes on my phone in case you are very nervous when you get up on stage and you've got to thank people and do an acceptance speech. And then, of course, you've got to leverage the hell out of the promotion. So you want to make sure that you're leveraging it through social media, through email marketing, and press releases to journalists as well. You then want to also add them to your websites, your email signature, and your media kit too. This one over here is the Stevie Award. I have put it in there as well. So the Stevie Award one looks like it's pretty easy. It is free. It's just an essay of up to 350 words describing for the judges the individual organizational campaign or innovation where you believe that you've responded to COVID-19 pandemic and is worthy of international recognition. Or a video of up to 5 minutes. Optional but highly recommended. When they say that, do it. A collection of supporting files and web addresses that you may upload to our server to support your entry and provide more background information. Highly important. They are strangers. You have to compel them that what you're saying is good. So if you're on Channel 9 News, you're going to put that on there. If you've been in a podcast, you're going to put it on there. If you won other awards, you're going to put it on there. If you've got testimonials, you're going to put it on there. Anything else that's credible to be recognized internationally. So that one over there, as I said, is free. There are some other low price ones as well. I'll take you to the pricing. I think it's page 5. No, it's not. pricing for the International Stevie Awards. They have extended it, so you do have until the 1st of April to enter. There's a cheap one, like the $55 one, B10 and B11, so you can jump through to that and have a look and see what that is. COVID response, sorry, it's not free. It's a $55 one. A lot of them are monetizing the crap out of these, but they have extended this one. So I'm going to say that they don't have a lot of applications, which means those who apply may win. You may not be the best, but they can only judge according to who has applied. So you are only up against the people who've applied. So this would be a paid opportunity. If you paid the $380, $350, but take the time and do this well. And if you want me to go over it, please, I'm happy to go over it. I'm happy to support you with it. So here's an award acceptance speech. If you will end over here, we've got 2 minutes, 3 minutes left. I hope you can, if you can hear it, let me know. If you can't, I'll end it and I'll just share it in the group.
Is an international award-winning strategist. And her thing is empowering owners with skills and strategies to get create opportunities and grow their business using this very handy little tool called Facebook.
So just to let you know, you have to provide them that. They don't do that. You have to tell them what's special about you and they will announce you as that thing.
Strategically, Facebook saved her business, and she is talking about free Facebook. She went from being a broke business owner in a new country with 3 kids under the age of 5 to being abundant in business, all by using Facebook. She now empowers business owners worldwide to create an income producing strategy using Facebook. By investing in themselves, they can save time and money by using Facebook strategically. Chantel Girardi has had a cracker of a year. She was a finalist in the Australian Small Business Champion Awards in the education category. Hopefully the winners will be announced in the new year. She was a finalist in the BX Marketing Services category, in the People's Choice in the BX Business Services category, and a finalist in the BX Networker of the Year Award. And I can testimony to that. She is an amazing networker. Please welcome to the stage, Chantel Girardi.
So this audacious agency had actually given us a script to fill out, like a template of how to do an acceptance speech. I did that and I was nervous as hell because I followed their format. It didn't sit well with me. I had a couple of champagnes because I was actually towards the end. And then I came up on stage and I decided not to use the script. And the guy that was doing the video of this said that mine by far was the best that night because everybody else had followed the templates. So
thank you, and I'm going to completely wing it. I had something prepared, and I'm going to wing it because I'm so grateful for this opportunity because I'm an inspirer. I love inspiring people to do better. And if this can encourage or help business owners to know that there is a way to do things when you don't have a marketing budget, and there is a way to do things when you don't have a startup capital, and there is a way to do things when you're not known and you have no skills like me, then if I can do it, you can do it. And that is just empowering yourself to be better in what it is that you can do. And Facebook is free. And that might be the South African in me because I like free stuff. But if you just learn how to use it properly, you can actually make more than just friends. You can actually make funds. And I'm super proud to say that I've helped over 500 people this year use Facebook strategically, meaning simply and effectively, and are actually getting high-paying clients without wasting their money gambling on Facebook advertising. Thank you, Chantel Girardi.
yeah, lots of champagnes. But yeah, completely winged it. And I think it landed exceptionally well because everybody else had templated the hell out of it. Right? It was all templated and everyone was doing the same thing. So awards are great. 100% do them. personal training industry, everybody's so egotistical in the fitness industry that they don't think they have to enter awards, which means when you enter an award, you can win because you're only going up against those who actually show up. In triathlon for South Africa, I came third. Do you know why? Because that day it pissed down with rain and the race was in Richards Bay and it was in a crocodile infested, we had to do the mile swim in a crocodile infested river. And all the triathletes that day chose not to show up. And I did it. And in fact, I ran the last kilometer with no shoes on because my shoes got stuck in the mud. It was that thick in the mud that I was running. And I came third and I made it. I was South African third triathlete, and I made it to internationals when I was then able to compete for worlds. So, and that's a true story. Was I actually third in South Africa? I'm going to tell you right now, no. On the day, if it had been shining and if anyone else had showed up, I would have not been third. I would have also not stood a chance of dying by a crocodile that day. But so just show up, guys. I think today we've just been talking so much about just showing up, just put your best foot forward. It's a learning curve. Out of everything, I learned so much, and I want you to learn so much just from that. And you know what's an added bonus? If you get an award, that's even better. So I'm here to support you with that. Do we have any questions for that? Any feedback? Anyone else? No one. We're all quiet. Are you sure? Last chance to ask a question. Got to be in it to win it. Yeah, thank you so much. All right, cool. So no questions. That's awesome. So Daryl has asked about building communities, and Kelly has asked for asking for a sale, asking to pay without sounding desperate. How does that sound for a topic?
Commanding the close.
Nailing the close. All right. Well, you did it, Jody, so you'll have to tell us. Yeah, awesome. All right, guys, I'm super excited. So that will be our next two presentations, and we'll have 3 weeks off and then we'll be back. So think about what you want after that. And have an amazing week, and here to support you if you can. Check into the group, jump on and grab the free resources on the website, chantelgerardi.com.au. Have an amazing week, and I'll see you all again soon.